everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jo. So today I invited one of my friends. She is really pretty, smart, and she has a lot of idea in so many topics and case and issue. So I decided to invite to talk and conversation with me for today podcasting. So hello Lily, how are you?
Uh, Hello everybody.
Yeah.
So my name is Lily. Well, I'm so glad that I can participate in this podcast. So I was wondering, to do a podcast, and that she just came up and told me that, hey, can you participate in my podcast? So yeah, I was just so glad that I got that invitation, and thank so nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, today is like the very first podcasting for my conversation with me program.
Yes, it's my first time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited right now. Okay, so today we will talk about teenage love,
Yeah.
and so how is like having a crush in your teenage?
Yeah.
It's kind of going back to past and
Yeah. Going back. Yeah, going back to all the memories we have, so it's kind of thing. I think like most of the people, have heard about those kind of memories in their life, even though like some of them don't have.
Yeah, teenage love. It's kind of like a fantasy, or you know, we have watched some kind of like teenage love movies, and we dream
Yeah.
about being in love. Yeah, our crush, like that.
Yeah.
So I guess all of us will have something like teenage love or first love things. So when you talk about not having someone in your teenage years, I just remember that I didn't date anyone in my high school years. So I just regret about that. I don't know why, but I regret about that because maybe I don't have any kind of memories to bring back and to miss, like someone to miss. So yeah, I really regret about that.
Yeah, and I also think like most of the like teenage love dramatical events or memories come up with high school things, right? So when we are in high school, there's some kind of dramatic changing in our age.
So when we talk about teenage love, so teenage love is kind of dangerous in our country, in our culture, because uh, I have experienced something that when I was in high school, in my high school years, some of my friends are dating. So their parents don't like it. So they, yeah, it's kind of exciting, kind of giving excitement and thrilling experience, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. And also like all the kind of issue or matter, there will be like both good and bad side, right? So you know when we even feel the excitement or doing something uh, without letting know your parent, that is kind of like exciting, but at the same time like how we can handle both.
Yes, it is. So, in my experience, teachers are like they worry about that if we are dating someone in our high school years or maybe in middle school years, they will just worry about what if we can't focus on the study,
Yeah,
and what if we can get high grades? Yeah,
yeah,
those things of our society and our culture,
yeah.
and yeah.
Dealing with both your classmate and parent and also your relative, like most of your school friends are dating someone and you're doing something you never ever have been experienced and things, and you feel like okay, my parents prohibited me to doing like this and like those, but in my peer environment, they are doing those kind of things the best way they can, or you can be supposed that like they are having a great experiences in those time. But I think we have to remember is that actually all of the things are depending on our focus and idea of what we gonna do with our life.
Yeah, I guess it depends upon every person. Like it depends upon who you are, I guess. So I, well, I didn't date in high school, but after high school, I dated a guy. First
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
I guess I'm not good at cooking.
Yeah, yeah. For me too, for
Yeah,
me too, yeah.
yeah. Like I might be good at studying, and I might be good at doing things like that.
Yeah,
Is a love and dating. It's
yeah.
really not my yes.
I don't really have an experience about, kind of dating things, but I think I am, enjoying people watching things, like how people doing with their life, how people dealing with their dating things or something like that. So from that, habit and curiosity, I became a learner about like the things I haven't experienced.
Yes. So I used to enjoy just watch and stare those couples and how they
Yeah.
treat each other.
Actually, like you mentioned before, like most of the people, maybe boy or maybe girls, they have their first love at their like 16 or 17, right? So without even notice, those kind of experience mentioned in films and songs are already encounter us. So and then after we wake up, like for that ages like 16 or 17, after we wake up, we feel like, oh, I already have that experience that are mentioned in the songs and movie. So okay, I don't even notice about that. And the one thing here is, I think like most of the people are shaped by our society and our culture, right? I think all the perception and idea and thoughts that is happening inside our brain and it not only come from only your perception, society's norms and society, shaping into our thoughts or so something like that.
Yeah. So when it's came to teenage love, especially teenage love, yeah. I think giving commitment, that thing is kind of controversial, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, especially when we can see those love triangles on social media, and it's kind of a problem.
when we talk about your commitment things, like actually I think most of the people at their age like 16, 17, they never ever thought about big commitment, because most of the people intend someone to be their lifelong partner, but some of them won't intend to be like that. So it is unpredictable. So that's kind of confusion. The main reason why I don't have a relationship is kind of that, because I don't even know what is really happening inside my mind. That would be so difficult to know and to reach out someone's minds, like to know what is really happening inside their mind.
I mean, like sometimes we are expecting other people to understand us when we can even understand. We can even like analyze what is happening in our mind. The thing is, you can force someone to understand you like so much or entirely to understand you because they have their own problems too.
I think so, because most of us, being a human is kind of, they really want someone to understand them, but actually it's kind of, imaginary things, I guess, because in reality, uh, this is very rare case to understand fully understand by each other. So And then the one thing that is come up in my mind is, you know, I think after all the story had happened in 16 and 17 years old is always be story, I guess. Because uh sadly it will be story forever. So I think it's kind of our imagination, all the things happening only in our imagination. Because for some of them, they hesitate to take action, to be a relationship, or some of them, hesitate to open up, what they really want in that relationship. Or some of them don't even have a courage to build a one. So, those kind of thing. I think after all these things are story that was happening inside our imagination. Oh my god, I became sad.
Yeah, like it's obvious. You sound so sad. Well, yeah, when you talk about it, I remember my 16. So it, it's the first time that I fall in love, and I found that guy. It's so charming, kind of. Heartbreaking. The first time of being heartbroken is feel like, uh, I don't know, drinking some kind of coffee that
Yeah, yeah,
tastes so bitter
yeah,
and
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But I enjoyed it.
yeah, yeah. Of course, like
Yeah,
we haven't any kind of experience in that area. So that would be our first time. So we feel like we feel hard, but at the same time we feel satisfied about that. So
yeah. There's like total different in like feel falling in love in your 16 or 17 and falling in love in after 20 something, after being 20 something. I feel like it because when you're just 16 or 17, it's your first time. Maybe it's your first time to fall in love, and it's feeling like a fairy tale. Everything will be perfect. Your boyfriend or girlfriend will be totally perfect, and you can see any flaws like that. Everything is perfect. It's like you're being in a Disney movie or some kind of fantasy love fantasy stories like that. But
yeah,
when it became like 20 something, it's like totally different because
mm,
falling in love in your 20s is like you have to think about being being grow together a lot. You have to think about your partner, like is he really suit with me or is she really good for me like that? Because in your 20s, you like experience a lot of things, and you just think about growing alone or growing with your partner like that. And experiencing breakup is not that hard anymore, I guess. But it is my perspective because some people are going through breakups so hard in their 20s too. Yeah. Uh, so being an adult is not like not like a
yeah,
fairy tale.
yeah,
Yeah, it's hard, but and so yeah, I recommend to have a boyfriend, girlfriend in 16 or your 17 or maybe in your 20 years,
yeah, yeah,
where you have been in a fairy tale and just woke up from that fairy tale and now you're in step into the reality. It's
yeah,
how it's feel like when you fall in love in your 20 something years. Yeah.
yeah. So, from that age, like we are become to imagine like what gonna be our ideal type, like you know so when we are trying to focus on our ideal type, we tend to also having a one in reality. So those kind of thing is dealing with having a crash. So when we have a crash in reality, we are trying to compare that crash with the movie character, or the appearance of that kind of actor or actress or kind of celebrity. We just trying to compare. But okay, after you are started dating with your crush, or you feel very completed and then started their journey, and then you might be feel like, okay, what is wrong? I don't expect them like this. I expect him or her to be very perfect, compared to my celebrity crush, or my ideal type. But in reality, reality sucks. So
From my experience, people are like some kind of expectation.
yeah,
Expectation like, oh, she'll be so perfect. She'll be so good to me, like that. But it turns out that he really or she can't can really meet your expectations, and you just fall out of love like that. So yeah, it's a common thing in relationship.
the idea of a man or woman for their partner, it can be totally different in reality of the characteristic of the partner. So one, as you mentioned, like their expectation don't meet the reality, and then things become wrong, and feel like we have to break up.
Yeah, the thing is like understanding and accepting the acceptance. So there is a song like acceptance is the way to be truly free, I guess, and as a song lyrics.
Yeah,
And yeah, so when you fall in love, I guess you have to accept your partner true colors.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
in, yeah, instead of controlling them, instead of shaping them into what you want, like like manipulating them, trying to fix them, over controlling and over being protective, like that. These things are like fixing them or shaping them into someone you like. It's not accepting their true colors. So I feel like when you do it to them, you're just treating them like an object, not
yeah,
as
yeah,
a
yeah,
human being, not
yeah,
as your partner. Yeah.
yeah. But I think all of the people have limited time to meet each other. If we have those kind of how should I say, like just 1 month, if you have a destiny to meet someone just for 1 month, and then you never meet that person again. So we all already have a destiny amount of time to meet someone, or to contact with someone, but over that time we don't even have a chance to meet that someone or something. But if you really want to contact or meet that someone over that limited time that you have been destined, you have to take your action to meet or to contact with. So uh I think destiny gave us a chance to meet according to his plan. But on the other hand, if we want to go on with that someone, we really have to focus on meeting or on contacting with that person. It is kind of our effort. So part of this is about the plan of the destiny, but another part of it is our effort, our desire to meet that person or to contact with that person. So yeah, breaking up is kind of like, I think when we are talking about breaking up, most of the people only see the bad side of breaking up, but at the same time we do have a good side of breaking up. So yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, of course. Like, the first thing I want to share about is breaking up in your teenage years and breaking up when you became 20 something. Yeah, the first time, the first time of my breakup is it's so hard. I didn't even want to cope anymore. So it's so hard. But in my 20s, it's like just a normal thing, or yeah, okay, I can cope with it, and
Yeah,
I will just let it go. Yeah, you know, you have to stay, you have to be alive with or without that person. That is my motto,
of
maybe.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because uh, of course, as like you mentioned, like coping anxiety or coping your feeling and emotions at that time is really, you know, deal really a big deal. I think like of course we became used to it and we became not feel that much big deal for it, and we can even laughing about thinking like how we are being miserable at the time. We feel like okay, now I'm cool and I'm chill, I'm relaxed now or something like that. I think before you reach out that stage of being cool and relaxed person, you have to also deal with a lot of anxiety things, and I think it's kind of adult life, I guess. And also moving on, yeah, having a courage to move on from someone or some event in your life is really benefit to you, I think.
I guess they will have to go through a lot
Yeah, yeah,
in part for me for the first time. It took me like years, maybe I guess 2 years. Yeah, it took
yeah, of
me like
course.
7 years to move in, and after that, it just became so busy. We just it just became used to. Maybe it's a part of being an adult. And
Yeah,
the thing is, the sad, that the sad thing about being an adult is there is no fantasy or there is no imagination. It's
yeah,
just the real, the sad reality.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also like I feel like I became 20, so I feel like I don't even have a time to feel sad, because being an adult is really literally totally busy with all the stuff you are doing, so that. And another thing is like moving on. When we're talking about moving on, there's a different two different part. The first move on is kind of you are dated with someone and you break up with that someone and you trying to be move on. So that's the first type of moving on. And another type of moving on is like you have a crush and then you are intended to be given mixed signal and kind of uncertainty by your crush, and you be like, okay, am I supposed to stay here, am I moving on, what should I do? And you can even ask for him, what should I do, what you want me to do, and those kind of things. So yeah, I think that there's two types of moving on for people who have experienced those kind of things.
Yes, those kind of experience is like I haven't experienced that kind of things that my friends they have experienced those kind of things, and it's really hard for them to cope with it. Are they getting into that stable relationship, or are they just being played,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
are they just being played by their crush or their something? You know. So the thing is, just step out of it. My suggestion is, yeah,
Yeah,
just step out of it, and you deserve a better one.
I also agree
Just
with
step out
that,
of it, and yeah,
because
you can take time.
of course, there's so many
Yeah.
times or letting it go will help to you moving on, because letting go is really, how should I say, really therapeutic or kind of thing. Feeling is not that much serious. You feel very light and you feel ease and you feel peaceful, those kind of things. Because letting go is really necessary for all of us, not only in the part of view of relationship but our life. So any perspective. Actually, who say, who know, like there is someone who is really perfect for you exactly and waiting for you at the somewhere at some corner of the world. No one's will know about that exactly. So yeah, just wait and see. You will find someone better.
Yeah, but you just want to accept everything as a good thing, even if he or she is manipulating you or like backstabbing you or something like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
know, you just want to accept it because you think he or she is the one. It's the one. He is the one. She is the one. You know, I used to say the word to my friends.
yeah,
He's the one. I can let him go. Actually, it's not right. Actually, like you just don't want to accept that he's not he or she like he or she is not good for you.
yeah.
You have to move on. Like you know, you have to be yourself.
And the other things I want to continuously talking is like hookup culture and kind of friends with benefits, so those kind of things. I think prefer being commitment to a relationship than sexual things. So I think for me, I don't even judge someone who have a hookup culture or relation friends with benefit.
Well, it's like how you prefer it. But the thing is, you must think about what do you want in your
Yeah,
relationship. Do you just want sex, or do you want feeling of love or commitment? So just go ahead for that committed relationship. But don't just want sex and don't play with other people's feelings. You know, just tell about it openly. Just have a conversation about it. And if they accept it, if they have that consent with the same with you, it's okay.
yeah,
Well, no feelings, no emotion, just that. So
yeah,
I don't see any problem with that. But in friends with benefits thing, it's just uh, you know, kind of complicated. You can have a boyfriend or girlfriend if you want to committed to someone because you're having friends of like friends with benefits. But some people are having, you know, some people are committed to a relationship and we are having friends. You're sure you're so sure that you just want sex. Oh yeah, just go ahead. You know, it's
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, I also don't really recommend about that because I think we can have a clear vision about being a friend with each other so long, and we will begin in relationship like couple with like being in a friend with benefits relationship is so much different. Okay, so our podcast is so long so far, and I think we perfectly make it happen for our podcasting. So yeah, I really want to say thank you so much for being here in my podcasting. And do you have anything to say as a final message?
Yes. Well, my final message is love yourself first.
Of course, self love is important.
Yeah, self-love is important. Love yourself first. Try to accept yourself first, and it's you'll be fine with meeting someone. I am trying to love myself too. So yeah.
Of course.
And to Joe, thank you so much for letting me do this with you. Really, really grateful that you invited me to do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I'm
thank you so
also,
much.
yeah, I'm so really thankful for your time and patience, like talking so long with me. And I'm really grateful that, inviting you and you're accepting my invitation and we have a really nice conversation. So, yeah, thank you so much for your listening. I really hope you guys have a great, great day and thanks again. See you.